players in the field this week. Andy Pope. Good morning, Andy. It's great to have you with us.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Very good indeed. Just describe to us, obviously at the end of last year, you went through the Corn Ferry Tour Q School. It's such a high-pressured environment. How were you able to manage that and turn it into a success?
I mean, it's never something you want to do. I mean, Q School is different than a normal tournament in the sense that the big thing is finishing in the top 20 or 30 or 40, whatever it is at each stage. So the mindset usually is to try to win, but if you're not about to win, you start getting to that number and it's almost like trying to make a cut, or if you start thinking about making a cut, you usually fall right around there and end up missing by a shot. So most of the time you got to say, I'm trying to win, going to play my best golf, and let the cards fall where they are.
Mm-hmm. This game is so hard, and you know how the sausage is made. You turned pro in 2006. What's kept you chasing the dream?
You know, I think it's the success for my peers. You know, the guys I started traveling with in 2006, 7, you know, most of us got on the nationwide tour around 2010. Saw a guy like Jim Renner finish second at Pebble Beach. You know, Rob Oppenheim is a buddy I've traveled with for a long time, seeing him going on and off the tour. But it's guys like that, you know, we've traveled with. We all know that we're pretty good to play. And, you know, it's guys that are telling me I'm good enough to be out there.
You seem to have a bit of a knack for these qualifying environments. You've qualified for 4 of the last 5 US Opens, a huge achievement. What do you think you're made of that makes you thrive in those environments?
You know, I try to explain to people, it's when you go to a Monday qualifier for a PGA event, there's 4 spots. For the US Open, there's 75 spots. So the pool is a lot larger. So I think that makes it a little bit easier in the sense that, you know, more guys on the tour have to see what it's like to come out and qualify. And then for 36 holes, I mean, it's a much better test, if you will, because of 18 holes, you know, anyone can kind of get fire in a bottle for 18, but if you got to go do it again in the same day, I think the US Open qualifier really shows that, you know, the cream starts to rise.
You played alongside Kevin Kisner in last year's US Open, someone who's also put the grind in his career. Who are your biggest inspirations on tour?
I mean, again, Rob and Jim have definitely been my biggest inspirations, just watching the success they've had. Jim and I both played Orange Tree, lived there. You know, and watching Rob go back and forth and be the bubble boy, I was kind of that way with conditional status a few times. So kind of just building off of each other is our biggest thing right now.
Rumor has it that you're multi-talented. You're a Golden Tee fan, video game, golf for those at home. I mean, tell us about your relationship with the Golden Tee.
I mean, so I was fortunate enough to play it at a young age. Went to the local pub with my father quite a bit and started playing it. Met some guys here in Orlando, Rob and Lee and my buddies that I'd always played with, and started playing the game. And you know, what's interesting about Golden Tee is I was all about the spin of the ball in real golf, and in Golden Tee, it's kind of the spin of the ball. So if you cut it against the wind, it comes up short, or if you ride the wind, it goes long. So it's got some stuff that relates to real golf. But yeah, ever since I had kids and got married, I'd say my Golden Tee game has gone downhill. But
As all the good things in life do.
Absolutely.
Have you made money on Golden Tee?
Not much.
Okay.
I'd say, no, there's myself personally, I'm not that good. I'd say Paul Tesori has a better chance. Buck's caddy is a great player, but no, it's more about the camaraderie with the guys and hanging out and sharing stories and having a beer.
How about money games on the golf course? I understand you're not shy to make a wager here. What's the biggest gamble you've ever made on the golf course?
I would say the worst one I made was with Rob in Evansville. We played a 2-on-4 match against 3 college kids and a gentleman that used to play on the Nationwide. It turns out those 3 kids are all playing on the PGA or Corn Ferry as of now. So needless to say, I think we were 4 down after 5, and they kept asking if we wanted to press.
Oh no.
Well, you now have stages on the Corn Ferry Tour for this year. What are your goals looking ahead? 35 years of age, what would you love to achieve?
I mean, obviously I would love to get out there, win, be able to keep status, you know, at any point and get on the top 25. But, you know, getting off to a good start in the Bahamas would be great. You know, this is only the 2nd time I've had full status out there. The 4 or 5 times I was out there, I had conditional, which, you know, you're kind of behind the 8 ball. You're not sure if you're getting in events. So I think getting off to a good start and just being able to showcase, you know, how I've been improving over the last few years would be ideal.
Great stuff, Andy. It's been wonderful to have you on the show. Best of luck this week in the Bahamas. We wish you all the best.
Thank you guys so
Thank you.
much.
Much more ahead on this Thursday, including us making our best guesses to predict the future in Hawaii. It Could Happen headlines are on the way as the